FLECKNOE by John Dryden. It is a star. The main gist of the poem is like this: all human things are subject to decay, and when fate summons, monarchs must obey. The poetry begins in this way. The poem is a satire on the true blue Protestant poet T.S. T.S. stands for Thomas Shadwell. The first line of the poem puts the readers in illusion of its being an epic about a historical hero. The next line is, and when fate summons, monarchs must obey, is about FLECKNOE, a monarch who in fact does not rule an empire, rather, he rules over the kingdom of nonsense. The king is old, so he must select a successor to his throne. Dryden wonders whether the king will select a poet who is talented and intellectual, or he will select someone like him. That means a man without wit and talent. Will he be a literary lion? FLECKNOE decides upon his son Shadwell, a man without talent. He is stupid, boring, and lasting for a long time. And he is always at war with wit. Shadwell is also famous as a very corpulent man. Corpulent means fat, मोटा नाटा व्यक्ति को कहते हैं. तो it is through the mouth of FLECKNOE the poet continues to insult Shadwell in a mock heroic style of speaking. The poet calls him a dunce. Dunce means he is a stupid person who is slow at learning. The poet calls him the last great prophet of tautology, and for anointed dullness he was made. Shadwell arrives in London like a king and lauded, praised by the people. FLECKNOE selects for his son's throne a neighborhood of brothels, theaters having bad actors. Those theaters do not exist. Only simple plays are welcome. There were no plays for real drama. Dryden is expert in speaking about the historical Shadwell's plays like Epsom Wells and Psyche, and mocks another contemporary writer, Singleton, who is envious that he was not selected as successor to the throne. It is clear that in this situation, Shadwell will rule or reign over those who have no literary bent of mind or who are not talented. The atmosphere with words that Dryden creates is to highlight or focus the incompetency of Shadwell, and thereby he creates an atmosphere of a fool who rules over poor farmers and peasants. Coronation begins, and Dryden describes the streets are filled with the other lower poets. It gives a sense of advice that Shadwell managed to get a strong hold on his position at the expense of talented writers. Dryden mentions human waste and connects it with Shadwell's writing and thereby compares him with a historical figure, Hannibal. It clearly suggests that Shadwell's aim is to destroy wit and replace it with dullness. Coronation means Raj Tilak, the ceremony of crowning, and anoint means Abhishek, Raj Tilak, lep karna. When the ceremony of crowning is going on, the while used to anoint a new king is replaced by ale, which is a type of beer. It signifies the poet's dullness. The crown is placed on the head of Shadwell, and the former Shadwell Shadwell sits on the throne, and the former king is ready to give the cheering crowd a speech. The former king starts by presenting the land. It will be this land where the new king will reign, where the new king will rule without population. He will rule over the land where no one lives. FLECKNOE advises or tries hard to persuade or urges his son to do true to his writing. He also makes his son understand that no one should make changes in his work. FLECKNOE praises Shadwell's abilities. He then finished his speech by telling Shadwell to continue his dullness. In the end, FLECKNOE says his son not to focus on real plays. He wants him to work on acrostics and anagrams. His last words are cut off. He sinks below the stage. His veil falls on Shadwell, which is fit as he has twice as much talent as his father. Acrostics means a poem, word puzzle, or other composition in which certain letters in each line form a word or words. Anagrams means a word or phrase that is made by arranging the letters of another word or phrase in a different order. Mantle means poshish, revetment, avaran, veil, integument, achadan, screen. Main thing is to know the every words Dryden has used in this poem is very remarkable. You should see every word and meanings, then you will better understand the poem. How beautifully and justified words have been used by John Dryden in this satire is praiseworthy.